Hello there, and welcome to another recording session of Forest Peaks, a Henshin game. My name is Caleb Wade. I'm your MC for this evening or day, or whenever you listen to this. My pronouns are he, they, and for a rare solo episode of the main campaign of Forest Peaks, we have...
Hi everyone, this is JPG. I'm playing Beck Mahalaga, and you know him as Swingstar Blue. My pronouns are he, him, and Beck's pronouns are he, him as well.
Yeah, everybody, welcome to Beck's Big Day.
Just the cheesiest title for this, and I'm so okay with it.
Oh yeah, we're playing off of Power Rangers tropes. Like, it's Beck's Big Day.
Oh yeah.
Or Blue's Big Day, who knows?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we don't know yet.
But we start at the end of classes. You've just had your romantic culture and history class, and you're gathering up all your books, and out of the corner of your eye, you see your rival. JPG, describe Serafina to me.
Serafina is I would say that she is ethnically Israeli and culturally Jewish. And and so
Hell yeah.
and, she is we've met Beck before, and he is very polite, and he's a little bit soft, if in softer words. Yeah, he's a little bit soft, but it's something about Serafina that just brings out, like, quote unquote, the worst in him. but it's like it but the worst, like the worst in quotes is really not what you're thinking. Like, he's not like outright mean, he's just like a baby bit sassy.
Okay.
Right? But like, he always feels bad about it after. But she's definitely gunning for his top spot in the class.
Exactly. So Sarah just sort of like looks at you and then just doesn't even speak to you. She's got her books and she just sort of like rolls her eyes and starts to move. Do you say anything to Sarah at that egregious roll of the eye?
I would say, like, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look up something.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that I just wanted to make sure that I had the right name. Mm-hmm. It is. Okay, cool. So I think he, like, packs up his bags really quick, and he kind of like shuffles up, like, right next to her, and he says, "Hey, so your analysis on Asama life today was interesting."
I assume I'm supposed to care what you mean about interesting.
Well, I just feel like, especially with, like, prominent scholars, like, outright disagreeing with you. I just think,
disagreeing with you, she just sort of stops and just gives you this dead stare.
And it's like, and he definitely averts his eyes, right? There's no way he's gonna be staring right back at her. But I think he keeps going, and he's like, "Oh, it's just, I just thought it was, like, super brave that you were able to, disagree with, like, a couple 100 years of analysis and stuff, and like, you're really breaking down these norms right now, and it's super cool."
The brave got me. It's super brave. Ooh. Sarah just kind of goes, "So do you have any plans for today? Do you just sit in your room studying all those 100 years of scholars, waiting for the perfect comeback to anything I do.
And I think this is where he. Okay, if I can pull a move.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna ruin something perfectly.
Okay. Alrighty. I'd love to hear what this is.
And I think it just gets to him, right? It just like, like she's so good at this. Why can't why can't I like meet her blow for blow right now? Because she's always so
Why
good
can't
at
I
being
phase her?
yeah, like she's always so good at hurting me emotionally. so in order to ruin something perfectly, I think he takes it so personal. He just yells, "I have friends," and then he leaves. Just making him look.
As you yell, I have friends. Oh, I'm gonna look up your playbook real quick.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's token worthy. That's totally token worthy. As you say, I have friends, and kind of walk off. A few minutes into you walking off and like going like, why did I say that? Like, why did I go that route? You bump into somebody. You bump into Hardison.
Oh,
Watch where
okay.
you're going.
Oh, yeah, Hudson, sorry, hey, how are, and I'm assuming, like, there've been, like, a few days have passed since, like, the first incident?
Yeah, this is like 3 days later.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how you're doing since the attack. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It just sucks that I was pushed into a coffee truck and couldn't get any footage of it.
Does she know it was me that pushed her in?
You weren't transformed, were you?
I was not transformed at the point.
She would know. She's not saying it, but she knows. But she kind of gives you that look as just like, gee, I wonder whose fault that was.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna take a regular turn action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take action leaving yourself vulnerable.
Okay.
And I want to apologize for like, because it's not really like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm sorry that I saved your life. You know,
but
it's very
like,
much,
hey,
oh, I'm sorry that that you didn't get to see what's happening. I know that's like a part of like your brand and stuff. And, like,
yeah.
So, but it's very much like, why am I apologizing for saving this lady's life?
Yeah,
like,
and I think at this moment, Hardison is without Talia, her usual sycophant, and she's like, "Don't tell anyone I did this, but I forgive you."
Oh.
I understand what you did, and it was a scary situation, and yeah, it sucks because I wish I would have gotten something at all, but you kind of saved my life, and I may or may not be in talks with a partnership with the Blue Jay Cafe, so, or a sponsorship, so whatever.
Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah. I guess I'll see you around then.
Probably not. And Hardison walks off, but as she walks off, you see this sort of like gleam of like a gold pendant around her neck, like this harp pendant that you know that Hardison doesn't wear jewelry like that.
Am I okay? Is Beck like following her on social media? Like, definitely not a sinner, but like,
that's
100%,
a question you need to answer right now on the record.
I think he's not a sinner, but he follows her.
Yes,
right? It's more so that like, oh, I know you in real life. Like, I'll follow.
I forgot that her fan base is called sinners. I was like, well, it's like, why are we bringing religion into this?
Yeah, I would say that so he's not a sinner, but he definitely follows her, and he outright knows she doesn't play instruments, because like, I would say like, there was an incident like a little bit ago where she pretended that she could play guitar, but it was like really like badly like TikTok sound laid over. You know?
I think there was just like an ad where she had a guitar and she like maybe learned like one or two chords and then quickly put it away in the ad.
There it is. Yep. Yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
was during her early Taylor Swift era.
Oh god.
But yeah, you know that Hardison does not fuck around with instruments.
Okay. I was like, oh, okay. So I'll just take a note of that, and then maybe next time
Hmm.
I can talk to her about like the harp and stuff. Yeah.
Do
So
your eyes follow Hardison as she goes? As you're
I
sort of thinking about it?
I think it's more so that like it's not that my eyes follow her, is that I turn around. Like when she walks past me, I turn around and I try to like do like the friendly wave. But then if Sarah's in like eye shot, I want to just be like, look, I do have friends. You know, it's like one of those like
As you kind of point and go, yeah, I do have friends. What now? Hardison sort of like puts an arm around Sarah and they start like walking away.
uh I just think I think the panel shot that we get, right? The camera shot that we get is like
Hmm.
he's like waving and then his smile dies and then he puts his head down.
As like the camera sort of like zooms out.
Yep. Yeah.
And like this kind of empty in this kind of empty hallway. But your classes are over for the day. What do you do?
I think like I've gotten the numbers of everybody and I try to call Felix and doesn't answer, and then I try to call like I try to like text the group chat, nobody answers, right?
The only one
Um
that answers is Bennett. Bennett and
oh,
Lita answer.
oh okay.
Unless the group chat is just for the squad.
No, I think Bennett and Lita would be in it. I
Yeah.
think sorry, I think there are two group chats and I texted the bigger group chat, right? Because everybody has a group chat with their boss, and then they have the other group chat where your boss is not in it, and like you just like,
Hmm.
and then everybody
I
talks
thought you
freely.
meant like Beck. I thought you meant like Beck has three group chats. One with the squad and everybody.
Okay.
One with just the squad, and one with the higher ups. So like Beck, Bennett, and Lita, and Lita's like, why is there just a group chat with the three of us?
Because I have questions that I don't know would be appropriate to put in these other two group chats, and I 100% I think that's it.
I think Beck is the kind of person that if he could, he would have a group chat with his professor.
I also think that like in his phone, it's like those three group chats, like Mom, Lola. That's literally it. Oh, Felix, like just Felix, right? There's like
Mm.
it's a you look into his text messages and it's just a very sad list. Like it's just
Oh. Like and like as you're trying to like text the squad group chat, I'm sure there's like memes and like
yeah.
a doge with like a poorly photoshopped version of your badge.
I just so I think in the group chat with me, Beckett and Lita, I say, oh, you know, my classes are all done today. Is there anything? Is there anything you two need me to do?
Bennett sort of texts back and goes, I mean, you could train. There is
Um,
something I need to get to all of you.
is there maybe like B or C options for this?
Lita goes, I would suggest you work at the coffee shop, but I feel bad about not being able to pay you.
I just think he's
So I don't think there's an option B or C here.
okay. I'm like, oh, okay. Where did you? What did you want me to do to train today?
Come by the shop and I'll tell you.
Okay. And then I think you know when Beck finally gets to the shop, I think he goes to Lita first. Okay, so
There's like some like soft like ambient music playing in the Blue Jay Cafe. It's kind of busy. Like it's sort of like an upgraded version of like Haley's Cyber Cafe from
okay,
Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder.
Like there are some like computers there. Like some students come here because it's cheaper to print here than the than the school. And Lita's sort of like I had never described Lita. Lita is this 23-year-old sort of very case in point. Let's just make this simple. She's sort of like Lita from WWE, like that sort of like punk riot, sort of like uh I used to be a teenage dirtbag, but now I have to be in society and work. um, she's got like this sort of like bright fire engine red hair, done up in space buns for today, and she kind of turns and goes, "Hey, what's up?"
Are you sure I can't work for you today?
Yeah, kiddo. I'm sorry.
You you know how bad I am at this. I know it's only been 3 days, but everybody's so far ahead of me. I don't like can't are you sure I can't just like hide behind the counter over here today?
Like as she's talking to you, she is making you something. She's making you your favorite drink, and
It has to
free
be
of charge.
something just like so over the top. Like it has to be like a hot cocoa with marshmallows, right? Like it's just the most wholesome thing you can get at a coffee shop.
It's a nice hot chocolate with marshmallows and this beautiful blue marshmallows on top. And she sort of hands you your drink and goes, "Yeah, well, from what Bennett tells me, that's why you need to train and maybe not it's not about getting to the same level, it's being able to protect your friends and protect everyone."
I know, but like can't this thing just like make a mistake once in a while, you know? Like, oh hey, like I picked you out of convenience. I should probably go to somebody like stronger or cooler or something like that, right?
Look, hey, I don't know much about this whole suit hero thing. And she kind of like leans in a bit quieter. But what I do know is that you are not a mistake. Whatever reason these powers that be or whatever chose you, it's a good reason. And you should trust in that, okay?
Okay.
Now drink this fast before Bennett comes up here. And
Okay.
she sort of slides the drinks to
She
you.
starts pounding a hot chocolate.
Go.
Just so going downstairs. Like I'm going downstairs then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
After
God.
pounding your hot chocolate with
Yeah.
blue marshmallows. Like, they're like star-shaped and like
Yeah.
crescent moon-shaped. Like, it seems that she took your whole thing of Swing Star Blue to heart when making your drink. And that it sort of fills you with some warm fuzzies.
Okay, making me feel better. I like this.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So you're going downstairs and already you sort of see it's amazing you didn't hear this from upstairs because the music is loud down here. But it's sort of like Bennett's playing like the Birds of Prey soundtrack.
Okay.
And like sort of like Bennett's dressed in like this sort of like yellow like athletic like crop top and like black leggings. And they've got the tonfa that they had when they were trying to protect you all the first day. But they're sort of like, instead of like black with yellow accents, they're sort of like silver with yellow accents. And they're just sort of like training and like going against like holographic opponents, sort of like these hard light opponents, and just like mopping the floor with them.
I think he just sits at the, Beck sits at the
At like the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, the foot of the stairs and just like watches, right? And also, I also think like just Tonfa wise, right? They're like wooden ones, and they're just like
Oh yeah, there's like wooden weapons. Like they have like staves, tonfa, like but you notice that they're weapons that could not do harm. They could not maim.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. But there are analogs for all of your weapons
Okay.
in like wooden form, wooden practice form.
When they finish, am I just trying to like be as small as possible at
I
the
think
bottom
you
of
were
the
just
stairs,
holding
right?
like what's left of your hot chocolate.
Because of course I wasn't tough enough to pound all of it, right?
I mean, it's a hot drink. You can't pound a hot drink like that.
Oh, you know, Lita made a kid's temp for sure.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Beck's like at the foot of the stairs, and like you see Bennett sort of like as like a finishing move. You notice that their fighting style is very agile. It's very quick. It's very like light on the feet, but where some may differ, it's very quick takedowns. Like no nonsense. Like I need to put you down on the ground right now.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's due to like their past, maybe that's due to how they've always fought, but they do decide to get a little flashy at the end, where the holographic like opponents are sort of staggering as Bennett runs up, hooks one arm around one's neck and their legs again around the other, and just twists and like causes them both to fall and burst into like holographic like stardust. And as like they land in like this sort of pose, they look up. Oh shit! Hey, and they move to turn off the music. How long have you been sitting there?
Not long. I just okay, I have to ask this.
Okay.
It like just the way you move, it's very purposeful. Like was everybody on your old team like this?
No, actually. Some struggled with combat. Some struggled with their weapons. Uh, they sort of like get a towel and sort of like lean against the computer. I remember Jenny. Uh, she did not take to her original weapon at all. She had like these like knuckle duster blades,
Mm-hmm.
and she was a newer recruit. After some team change ups, and after when they say the words team change ups, they sort of like pause for a moment. Anyway, I trained our pink, green, and blue, and on the first day, I said, you know what, fuck it, why not switch weapons? See if that works for you. So Jenny swapped with Cam, Quinn swapped with so on and so forth, and Jenny loved the Warhammer. It took time for them to get used to what they could do. And they're better heroes because of it.
I think, especially coming from Bennett, like I think this kind of like uplifts him. I think this kind of uplifts Beck a little bit. And I think he grabs the wooden spear off of the wall. He steps on the holographic with with them, and immediately loses his nerve. Like just like, oh no, I got here and I was brave up until this point. What am I doing?
Hey, don't worry. It's okay. Just breathe. All you gotta do is breathe. And Bennett takes their tonfa and sort of like slams the ends together as like the handles collapse into the batons, and the batons extend into the staff that you all saw.
Oh, Okay,
Yeah.
so
Also, weapon transformations may be a thing in your future.
oh, uh,
Yeah, my Tonfa never transformed when I was a color, but I guess because I'm a mentor, the powers that be took pity on me.
how how does this training session go for Beck?
I think I think that Beck starts off shaky,
Hmm.
but after Bennett sort of like guides him and like corrects the stance, there are some techniques that Beck is working on that could become stronger later on.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think it's just terrible off the bat because frankly the long standing tradition of oh no, Blue doesn't know how to fight. I guess we're gonna have to train him over 7 seasons. Like I think that's a little silly, and I think Beck, after calming his nerves, has the aptitude to understand a few of these techniques in his own way.
Yeah. I think he realizes that like especially with his weapon, he's much more I think he treats it a little I think he treats the spear a little bit like a pool cue in the
Mm-hmm.
sense where all of it is crowd control and planning your next move. So it's very much I'm going to put them where you need them to go and then you finish them off, right? And I think
Yeah.
he's starting to really learn like okay, cool, like this is how I can be useful to the team. It's not really useful if I'm one-on-one, but it's still something that I can help out with the team. So it's more like the way that he's thinking about it now, and I think Bennett is the one who points it out to him, is that like you're setting up shots.
You're setting up shots. And I think near the end of the training session, Bennett clocks this and then sort of like disables the holographic opponents
Hmm.
and stands in front of you. You're calling everybody else's shots and sort of like twirls their staff in their hand and then sort of like gets ready. Call your own. And then just swings at you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use a move. Uh, uh, would this be failed to react effectively?
It could be it could be become demoralized by a setback.
I don't think it's demoralized. I think it's
Okay.
more so because I think Bennett has given back like a lot of confidence today. So I
Hmm.
don't want to be. I don't want it. I don't want their work to just be nullified by one hit. You know what I mean? I think it's more so that they strike, hits me just like wallops me like right in the face, and then the next scene is like Lita putting an ice pack on my face.
It's like call your own. And it's like jump cut to how did you know you can dodge, right?
I they're just a lot more like better at this than I am, and I don't know. And
Yeah, they've
can
had
I
years of experience. Of course they are.
may I just have like a little bit more ice?
Yeah, give me a sec. And Lita sort of like takes the ice pack, gets a bit more ice, and then just puts it back on your face.
it's just it's just like one big bag covering my whole face at this point.
For like a tiny thing on your cheek.
Oh, 100%. I'm such a baby.
Can I get more ice, please? uh it's near closing time for the cafe, and everyone's sort of like sort of filtered out as Bennett walks up. They're wearing this sort of like black denim jacket with this very very pale yellow like blouse underneath and like
Mhm.
black pants. Like it's like a lovely yellow, but like it's like over time, or maybe this is due to the magic leaving them in a way, that yellow's dimmed and it's become a bit more pale. It's not as vibrant as
Mhm.
maybe it was before. Uh, Bennett sort of like, yeah, sorry about that. I probably should have aimed for the body.
No, no, you're giving me experience of things that I'm probably going to run into, and so I understand. You don't have to say sorry. This is all training, right? Like, you didn't mean it. Like, you didn't mean to hit me in the face, right?
No, I was hoping you'd dodge.
I just lead in the back, like, that's what I said.
And Lita just goes, ha!
Okay, I think I
Look,
should
this,
probably.
all of this was put upon you rather recently. And that does not mean that you need to be perfect right out the gate. You have people, you have a squad, but sometimes you're going to have to go it alone. It means you just have to set up your own shots rather than everybody else's. And don't be afraid to do that for yourself.
I I should probably get home.
Yeah, it's getting late. I don't think you can keep the ice bag, though.
Oh. He just puts it on the table and just starts packing up and leaves.
Beck,
Yeah?
on my squad, my Beck, he was a lot like you.
Mm.
Unsure of himself, sort of carried it all under this air of toxic masculinity. But he needed time too. Don't don't doubt yourself, okay?
I'll try my best.
The powers that be chose you for a reason.
And they don't make mistakes.
At that, Bennett cannot answer you.
Oh. Okay. So I think I'll leave it at that.
Because I think you asked Bennett an armor piercing question.
Oh no.
And like as you say, and they don't make mistakes, just like this flood of emotion sort of like hits their eye
Hmm.
and just have a nice night back. And then they just sort of like turn away and like help Lita with cleaning. Ooh.
That's
So,
that's not gonna come back up narratively. That's
oh, yeah, I mean, gee, asking your mentor who actively hates what the powers that be have done to them. So do they make and they don't make mistakes, right? And it's like, ooh.
Oh
So
no.
Beck, as you're walking home, a little mark on your cheek that is healing. It's slowly getting less red.
Hmm.
Uh, you hear the door open. Oh shit! I forgot to give you this.
Oh, okay.
And Bennett sort of like looks around, like to see if anyone's like looking, and then puts like what is Beck's preferred wrist for a watch?
It would be left.
Uh, Bennett like puts like this sort of like watch. It looks like a smartwatch on Beck's left wrist. Where's your badge?
Uh, can the badge be like? That's a good question.
It can be an accessory. For Jesse, it is like Jesse's sort of like split in half and is now accents to like the things that hold her space buns or their space buns. Sorry.
I would say, could it be? Oh, I think this would be very cool visually, but I'm gonna have to describe it. What I
Mm-hmm.
want it to be is on my right wrist. There's like a set of like beads,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I access it, all the beads come together in order to form the badge.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
right? Like,
So, like, Beck sort of, like, twists the wrist and, like, boop, the badge
yeah,
is
and
right
then
there.
now the badges, yeah, and like, and I think it's very much like a turn of the hand, and then the badge is in his hand, but the beads are gone.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. And everybody's like, oh, shit, nice. Like,
Yeah, because we all got to like pick how it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
How,
that's.
how, how it's hidden. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, so
So,
that's how mine is hidden.
Bennett takes the badge and, like, holds it over the smartwatch, and the translucent band of the smartwatch turns blue.
Oh,
There, now you have a communicator. And, like, put, Bennett sort of, like, gently puts the badge back into your hand and sort of, like, closes your hand around it. There's a locator for all the other colors of your squad. There's a communication app, and there's an SOS signal if you need it.
oh, okay.
Look, I can't tell you if the powers that be make mistakes because I'm incredibly biased. And that's a question you're probably going to have to answer yourself. They choose with their own sort of reasons and ethics and morality, and we mortals have to deal with it. But what I do know is that, dodging aside, you're incredibly capable. Don't doubt that, okay?
I'll follow your lead on this one, and I think that's when he leaves.
And I think we sort of see a shot of, like, Bennett, like, watching Beck leave, and I think there's a memory we don't see. Before, actually, no, maybe not a memory we don't see. Maybe Bennett sort of, like, takes their phone, searches for a number, and calls it. Hey, Beck. Yeah, it's Bennett. How you been? And then the scene transitions.
Oh, I think there has to be something like there's something lively happening on the way home, right? There's some sort, not like a festival or like some, I don't know, like a night market.
How about a pop-up shop?
Yeah, right. Like, but
A
like,
pop-up shop of Hardison's new line, Cosmic Symphony.
uh, I hate that, but I love it also.
It's this sort of beauty brand that is themed around the music of the stars.
Is
And
is it like one like small pop up shop, or is this like a spectacle a little bit?
it's a spectacle, baby.
Okay.
Like, Hardison does not do anything small.
That's okay. Fair. Okay.
And, like, there's TVs that were set up with, like, this ad that you shot this in 3 days. Look, damn.
Just the ingenuity involved, right?
Oh gosh, I had something for this. I found it.
Great.
Like, it's like this ad that is like, it's like a video of, like, the cosmos, of, like, the night sky, of Hardison's voice. Every night we look out to the stars. This fall, make sure everyone's eyes are on you as you step to the beat of your own drum. And it's like these flashes of, like, these beautiful models of, like, wearing rather similar colors to your squad, actually. Reds and greens and, like, black with, like, this sort of, like, silvery starlight shimmer. And
so
blue.
it's overt.
And
okay.
Hardison's in blue.
Oh.
As she sort of, like, walks towards the camera and, like, looking gorgeous as always. Celestial Symphony by Hardison. A new far out collection that will have everyone wishing on you. sing your own cosmic song. As like, uh,
Who would wear makeup in the group?
ooh,
Like who like in the squad, like who would wear makeup?
we don't know yet. But it would be prudent to be like, hey, Hardison's doing this. Like,
Yeah, I think I just like text the group chat, no answer, right?
yeah.
But I think, okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, so like, so it's Jace, it's Jupe.
There's Jace, there's Jupe, there's Felix. You don't know Jesse.
I don't know Jesse yet.
And then there's Malik. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I could pick it up for Lita, right?
Maybe.
Like, oh hey, like Lita would actually really like. Maybe Lita would like this stuff. Let me see what's happening. So like I want to like try to like visit the stalls.
And they're like, instead of the whole like, oh my gosh, you want this beauty booster? It's actual products. And like, because Hardison, unlike some influencers that sell like tummy tea or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Hardison does make sure that there are actual products and actual things for people to use with her cosmetics. And there's a palette, there are some makeup brushes. There is a collection that you can buy for about $59.
Yeah, I think I would pick some up for Lita. Like I definitely get some weird looks, I think. Not because like I'm a guy buying makeup. I think it's more so because like I'm a friggin' nerd in this very cool place. So
And then as you're sort of like perusing, I think the camera sees Talia like, is that Beck? And then Hardison's like, I have asked you several times. Please do not ruin my moment. Please stop talking.
does Beck hear that? Or I think are they too far away? Or
no, I think Beck hears it, and like even Hardison like, I have asked you several times. Because I think the thing about Talia is that she's trying way too hard to be a sycophant to Hardison. Hardison's like, you don't need to bring this energy. You can just be my friend. Like,
I think the switch goes
we're
off
in
Beck's,
college. This does not have to be Mean Girls.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, we grew out of that last year, right?
Yeah.
I think the switch in Beck's head is, oh my gosh, Talia knows my name. I think.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, because I think Beck also realizes that Hardison never said Beck's name in the conversation, so I don't even think she knows his name at this point. It's just like, oh, that's the guy, right?
Oh, I think Hardison knows your name.
Okay, so Hardison does know
because
okay.
she's friends with Serafina.
Oh, she knows my name that way. Okay. I think when I do hear my name, it's very much like I look over and like I like smile and I try to walk over, but now it's them like trying to pretend that I'm not walking over.
No, Hardison just sort of like gives a gracious smile. This is her event. Talia's just like, I can't believe he's walking over. If you could just get me a matcha latte, that'd be great. The coffee shop, it's probably not open. You're probably gonna have to go to somewhere else. Talia, just please. I care about you as a person. Please leave.
I think while he's walking up, like he has like all of the makeup in his arms. Like they didn't give for some reason they didn't give him a bag, so like it's just like give him awkwardly, a little basket.
Yeah. Whoa, almost lost lip gloss.
Hey, your event, it looks like it's a really big success. Congratulations.
Yeah, I kind of posted it on socials after the whole attack or whatever, and it seems like everyone needed a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, no, totally. I made sure to turn on.
Did they not give you a bag?
No. Are we supposed to be getting bags?
Here, and Hardison sort of like reaches. She's dressed in. It's like a complete shift from where you saw her before. Like during the day, during like school, Hardison's like got like a lot like a soft glam, like a more natural look, sensible clothing. Here she is decked out in like purple and gold and like sort of like like celestial body accessories, and like this is her scene. Like
Mm-hmm.
6-inch heels. She's intimidating. Like her hair is up in like this beautiful bun, and like she reaches with like these like long like gorgeous gold nails to get a bag for you. I'm like, here. And she sort of like holds it open.
I think he gives a really soft smile and he like starts packing everything in. But I think this is where he doesn't realize he's being charming, but he definitely is being charming. I think like to the audience, it's very female gaze.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
definitely. Yeah.
But
oh no, this non-threatening man.
Yeah.
Yo.
But he says to her, you know, it's just, I have to say, it's just really nice to see somebody 100% comfortable in their element. And like the confidence that just comes from that, I think it looks really great on you.
And like for the first time, Hardison gives you a genuine smile.
Not like one of like the fake Instagram
no
ones?
And like and you clock it. Thanks, Beck. That's really nice of you to say.
Well, hopefully I'll see you in class in the next few days. Good luck with everything.
Thanks. Did you get hit earlier?
Oh, no, I work at the coffee shop sometimes, and I'm a little bit clumsy, and, you know. Hey, maybe some of this makeup will help me cover it, right?
Well, we need to match you to your shade. Luckily, I made sure that everything is well-inclusive. Let's see. Let's look at... And she sort of like studies your complexion for a little bit, and she sort of like looks at one of her products. Here, this foundation should work. And she sort of like hands it to you.
I think he like awkwardly like takes out his wallet again. But it's very much like the...
Don't worry about it.
Is it a I think it like pains her a little bit because it's still like the Velcro.
it's like she's sort of like, you're gonna be comped for this.
Oh, wow! Thank you so much. This is
Don't look far. Don't look too far into it. This is just a bit of kindness.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a successful lunch. And then I think that's when he walks away.
Yeah, you know, as long as nothing goes wrong. And there's screams.
Oh, no. I was really trying to get out of there and go home without anything.
But this is Beck's big day.
Yeah,
this is Beck's big day.
That wasn't Beck's want. That was JPG's want. That was like, and he goes home and goes to bed, and that's it, right?
No, we gotta have something happen.
Okay.
Some stardust abominations sort of like tumble through the crowd, scaring everybody, and Harrison just goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And you kind of see her. She sort of like puts the bag and like shoves it into your chest, and like starts like walking up to these things, like heels clacking against the street.
What?
Do you know how long it takes, how much stress it puts on you to set this up in 3 fucking days? and it's like one of the more lithe abominations with like the target in like the center of the chest. And they sort of just like look at her confused. Like, is this mortal like really stepping up? Like,
I
Let me
think.
have one thing, asshole! And she just decks it in the center of the chest, and it bursts.
Oh.
And the harp pendant starts to glow a little bit with this sort of like dark cosmic energy.
Beck immediately puts the SOS from his communicator, and then forgets that it's a communicator, so he just like group chats everyone again.
Your SOS signal comes out, and you go for the group text, but there's danger right in front of you. You're here. What does Beck do?
I have a... No, you know what? I'm going to...
Because Hardison may be as tough as nails for doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's still human.
Okay, I am going
And fighting in
to...
6-inch heels is probably not the best idea.
Try to pinpoint. Could I... Could I react by taking temporary cover? But then, like, I take Hardison with me?
Ooh. Let's see. I will say, with the crowd of people sort of running out and Hardison just getting into the thick of it, it's going to be hard to get to her. You can
okay.
take cover. You
So
can take
then-
cover, but you won't be able to grab Hardison.
I'm gonna take action, leaving myself vulnerable.
Okay, what do you do?
Yeah. So, untransformed, I think I jump in.
Okay.
And I think there's like a it's very much I still have the bag of makeup with me. And it's all blocks and pushes. Nothing, like, I'm not throwing anything. I'm not being on the offensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very much
You're just sort of like redirecting.
Yeah, so I'm I'm redirecting the whole time for Hardison, right? And then I think I tell her, how could I, because I need to get her out of here first, and then when I have the all clear, then I can transform.
You could also find cover and then transform. Because with everyone running, they're not really paying attention to you.
Could I... I'm thinking about ruining something perfect again.
Okay.
Just letting one of the Stardust Abominations, like, actually hit me, so I go flying, and then once I go flying, that's... Like, when I hit the ground, that's when I'll transform.
Okay. Yeah, like
Yeah.
one of the more hulking abominations sort of like sweeps you out of the way and sends you flying. Hardison's like, fuck. But she is keeping up. Like, surprisingly, she is keeping up. Like, she like sort of like blocks, like tries to block a hit, and she doesn't get knocked away.
Oh.
She stands still and she sort of like looks down at her pendant. Okay, better than real gold. And she like decks it, and like it stumbles back a little bit.
Huh. So when I hit the ground, that's when I transform. Yeah, exactly, right?
You hit the ground, your things are still secure in the bag. I imagine Beck like, okay, I'm on the ground. Let me just hide this bag real quick so I can grab it later.
Yeah. Just like under a bush.
Yeah.
Something great. Do we have a transformation like saying yet or anything like that?
That's a very good question. JPG, what is Beck's transformation phrase?
Oh my gosh. Okay, we might have to cut because I have to think about it.
It is canon that Jesse is still working on theirs.
Okay.
Because they said, I believe it was Gemini Star Rock Out. And the jester being laughed at them. like, what the fuck did you just say?
I'm gonna need to think about it, but it's like
Okay,
it's
okay.
very much like because I'm gonna be such a nerd about this, and I'm gonna like spend like 3 weeks like trying to work this out, right? But I think it's because I don't have a transformation saying that like it takes a couple tries,
Yeah.
right? It's not immediate, and like I was like, yeah, Bennett said that we had to think of a transformation thing. I don't know. Transform now. Do it. Like I think, and but like one of the times it just takes pity on me and lets me transform.
And after you transform, after that pity transform, there is a voice that sort of fills your mind along the sound of like big band jazz
Mhm.
that sort of goes, "You gotta be a bit more confident next time, kiddo."
Oh, this is new. Um. Okay.
No time to unpack it. You gotta get into the big old action.
Okay. And I think he does. I think Beck like does the cool like jumps off a picnic table, summons his weapon, and then does the sweep with the oh gosh, oh we called it the sweet song spear.
With the sweet song spear, yes.
Yeah.
You do a sweep and you sort of like knock them away from Hardison.
Is it like cool pose, and then I have the spear down, and then I'm looking at her from like from over my shoulder?
It is, and Hardison goes, "Great, now my glory is stolen. Even more. Fan-fucking-tastic." And she sort of like walks off. "Well, I guess you'll handle this now." And she sort of like pushes one of the Starlight Abominations so hard, not even like hitting the target, just like shoving like out of the way, like get out of the way,
Just
but
out
it
of
goes
the way.
like it goes flying and like bursts into stardust.
What a do this do the suits have like voice changers?
Yes.
Or is it like okay, cool.
Yes, voice modulators. That is
All right.
that is the first thing I established with Jesse. Like
And I was gonna say, I think it's like a miss. Are you all? Oh, okay. You're just walking away. Okay.
no, she's pissed. Like she's like, you kind of the dots sort of connect now. That because of the popularity of all of you and the cosmic theming of everything,
Mhm.
she wanted to capitalize that while also making it her own thing. But you being here ruins that.
Oh no. Well, now I feel bad, but also I shouldn't because I need to protect all these people.
Yeah.
So, do you know how? Do you know how Bennett was talking about weapon transformations?
mm-hmm.
I think with the amount of people, or with the amount of Stardust Abominations around, like the spear isn't as effective as it should be. And I
Mm-hmm.
think about, oh, like I wish I would have had a second weapon, right? And so what happens is I think that the spear, the top of the spear contracts, and then goes into the spear, and then I can split it from in between in order to have like Kali sticks.
That is an amazing idea.
Yeah.
Can I add to this?
Yes, please.
I would say that you can also use the microphone on your spear.
What?
Because it's the sweet song spear and
Yeah.
it's like a mic stand, right?
Yeah, it's yeah.
So like as you split it, I think the microphone doesn't contract, but it starts glowing a little bit.
I imagine it as like kind of like an orb, and it's very much like I fight with the two sticks, but then also I can hit the orb and it hits other people further away and then comes back.
You could hit the orb, you can also magnify your voice.
Oh, that would be cool. Okay.
So like a big band like, "Hey, listen." And just like it's like a sound wave. Yeah.
I think oh, that would be so cool. Yeah. So I think I use the microphone first. I don't amplify it in a way that's like violent. I amplify it to the citizens, please, please take cover, please take cover as soon as you can. And then I amplify it. And that's what, like, hits them
And
all.
as your modulated voice like rings out to the citizens at this event, we kind of see a Shadow Hearts like, and now he's got a fucking megaphone.
And I would like to, could, in order to, like, finish this process, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to use my token in order to remain absolutely calm under pressure?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Spend that token.
Yeah, and so I spend the token for it, and I think it's
I think there's like a confidence that rises in Beck connecting with that idea of big band
mhm.
music,
Like,
using the microphone as like, wait a second, this feels right.
it's the charm of it, right? It's and
Yes,
and
it's the
it's like
charm.
it's like the natural rhythm, and I think especially with the new voice that I'm hearing in the suit,
Mm-hmm.
like, it, like, I think it's and I think you get the scene of, like, okay, so Kali 6 and then switch back to the spear, and then, like, it's just everything's fluid and it feels like a dance.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, and I'm saving people, but then, like, I'm adding, like, a dip and a flourish to it, and then, like, it's a
I'm sure there are some citizens that are like, "Ooh, oh
yeah.
my!"
Just, I'm
like,
trying to build Beck to be the best female
the,
gaze
the,
character that I
like,
possibly can.
there's this guy that you did was just like, wait a second, whoa, like wait, ooh,
Like, wait, I'm
ooh,
feeling
ooh,
things.
uh, uh, therapy for therapy.
So how does this, like,
So
all
you're
finish up?
questioning your identity, Parker. Uh,
Oh no.
you hear the words "you're questioning your identity, Parker," as this dude named Parker runs away after you like sort of like spin them and flourish and like dip them out of danger as you're like doing this dance of like protecting people. It's like, yo.
Oh no, now I gotta tell the rest of the group. I made somebody question their sexuality today.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun. Our next session is like, so what happened with you, Beck? I made someone question his sexuality. What?
Like, I think that's what happened. I don't know. I'm not good at
I'm
picking
not
up this stuff.
100% sure. But hey, good on them. So as you're protecting these people and as you're doing this dance, this charm, like the feeling of like big band music in your soul going from beat to beat to beat to beat, you clear out these abominations like it was nothing. It's like you blink. Yes?
Here's the thing. I
Yeah?
also think I've destroyed, like, every stall in this whole pop-up. Because while it might have felt natural, I still don't think I have the control or the battle aptitude in order to, like, watch out for, like, collateral damage or, like, things like that, right? I think I wrecked this whole place.
I think you did. So you like end in a pose, you blink, and you go, oh shit.
Oh no. Oh.
Harrison sort of just walks back in and like sees all of her hard work destroyed. And there's not that sort of like annoyance or anger that she had. Like, you're ruining my fucking event. How fucking dare you?
Mm-hmm.
There's this sort of like defeated look on her
Oh.
face. And she then just sort of looks at you as Swing Star Blue. And she goes, I think you should leave.
Oh. Yeah. I think it's like he goes back to that bush, like picks up the makeup again, and then but what's up?
Are you still transformed when you pick up the makeup?
No, I think it's because it was so far. I think
Mhm.
it's like, oh, I get to there, I look around, I untransform, and then that's when I pick up the like the makeup. I know that they had hit me all the way over there as well too, so I probably have like
Mhm.
another welt.
Funny enough, you don't.
Oh, okay. It's
You
just when
you
Bennett hits me.
you should,
Hmm.
but it seems like getting more in tune with your powers. It seems like you're a bit more resilient than you thought.
Oh.
Funny
Huh.
that.
Huh. And I think I'm going to run
And as you
back.
sort of like look
Yeah.
in the mirror, that welt is gone.
Oh.
The redness is gone. You're fine. You don't feel any pain. You don't feel anything like that. You're good.
Uh, as Beck again, I think I run back to the place, right?
You
And
kind of
I
see Hardison sort of like like kind of pick up like a tiny like little banner that said Cosmic Symphony that sort of like fell from the rafters,
mhm.
like these sort of like support beams that were smashed, and she sort of like clutches it in her hand, and sort of like her fist tightens for a moment before she just lets it go.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so sorry about what happened here.
Hi there, this is Ayn and Caleb. So, podcast mascot, baby girl, my beagle mix, decided to chew her butt a lot in the back half of this episode. I've tried to erase as much as I can, but you can probably still hear it in my audio. I'm so sorry. I've done all I can. Back to the podcast. She sort of turns to you, and you can see that that pendant is sort of glowing more with that dark cosmic energy. And she sort of says, I'm getting real tired of masked vigilantes ruining my things.
I don't think, like, maybe there might be like another perspective on this. Like maybe they're also here to help.
Oh, yeah, sure, cool. They're here to help, and they're here to save people and be the heroes that we all see in media. But the thing about media is that they don't have to deal with the fact that their things get ruined, their hard work gets demolished. And yeah, I get it. It's a bit of an asshole move to go, oh, well, I'm mad because my event got smashed because this blue suited asshole saved everybody. But I don't see them picking up everything. I don't see them dealing with all of this. And she sort of like gestures around at all the destruction. And you were probably knocked the fuck out. So you don't have to worry about it either.
Well, that's I think Beck thinks back to the beginning of this episode
Mm-hmm.
when he was being kind of mean to Serafina about like her perspective on the poem.
Mm-hmm.
And as Beck is like picking things up in order to clean up around Hardison, I think he's talking.
I think
to her.
Hardison stops you.
Oh,
Just don't. I'll handle it. I
that's
always do. And she sort of like folds her arms across her chest, and you took a wallop today. Just go home. You got knocked, what, 20 feet?
yeah, but Hardison, that's not what friends do. Friends stick around and help each other, right?
I understand the sentiment, Beckham, but right now I don't need friends. I need solitude.
Oof. I think that's such a knife to Beck. And I think he leaves very embarrassed, right? Like he had all the right intentions,
Mm-hmm.
but the
But then she pulled out Beckham.
yeah, and I was like, oh no, you know my full name. Like, I think he. It's like longing stare in order to like want to help, and then he knows that he should leave because he should respect her wishes. So he does leave.
And Beck kind of goes home a little bit embarrassed, realizing what having powers like this can do. You know?
Oh man. That's sad. And also
It
that
is
was a
it
very
is it
that
is
was
a
a
little
very big day
sad.
for Beck. That's a very big day
It's a
for
very
Beck.
big day, but it's not necessarily over. As Beck leaves, the camera lingers on Hardison, and we see the jingle of like jester bells in the background as we hear a voice go, "Oh no, not your big day, Hardison. Gosh golly. I guess someone hates you on my forces." And Hardison turns and goes, "You did this, didn't you, Thalius? I mean, I need to get one of the costume heroes out, you know? I mean, so sorry that it ruined your big day and your big presentation. It doesn't mean that you can't swing this. Oh gee, I wonder how I'm going to swing the destruction of an event that took several hours and several hours of sleep lost doing this. Well, it's simple." And Thalia sort of like uh, waves their hand, and Hardison's phone appears, and they just start taking pictures. Gosh, I love smartphones. These are so neat. We don't have these in the cosmos. It's all look to the stars, and then we'll talk to your mom, and your mom says, "Hey, you should be eating." And Hardison's like, "You have a mom?" "No, but isn't that hilarious?" And it's like, let me just skitty bop 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 and send. How's this? And Thalius like turns the phone to Hardison, and the camera sees as well as some pictures Hardison didn't take of
Mm-hmm.
you in your suit,
Oh, of
and
Swingstar Blue. Okay.
as Swing Star Blue, and some video of you doing like the dipping and everything, but from another perspective, it's just like you're wantonly causing destruction.
Oh, so it looks like it was me that did this without any prompting. Oh.
Just fighting these monsters, and it doesn't matter who gets in the way.
Oh
And
no.
the caption says, "I can't believe these costume vigilantes ruined an event. How to any small business owner, be careful, they might come for your business next."
Because we are in a small town and she has a
Mm-hmm.
huge reach, so it just
Mm-hmm.
looks like oh no.
Remember, Miss Masters, I'm your friend, not them. And Harrison takes her phone, and Thalius disappears in the sound of laughter in a minor key,
Mm,
which, when you think about it, is horrifying.
that's terrifying. Thank you
Like
for
this,
that.
like this swirl of like a comedy mask, like a comedy tragedy mask, and like a sound of laughter in a minor key. As
Oh.
Hardison sort of looks at the caption, thinks about deleting it, but leaves it up as she calls someone to clean up and help clean up this
So it's
mess.
posted.
It's posted.
Okay. I think like the last scene I would say to this
Mm-hmm.
is just like a Beck in his room, and he kind of like slumps over, and he like sits on his bed, and then he lays on his bed, and then he gets a notification because of course he turned on notifications for Hardison's posts,
Yeah.
and then he looks at it, and it's just Oh, dang it. And that's
And
where
credits. And that is where we will end this session of Beck's Big Day. Thank you so much for listening. I've been Caleb Wade, your MC. With me is the always wonderful JPG. Do you have anything you'd like to plug? We don't have to do plugs. We can just...
Oh, that's okay. So I'm JPG. I played Beck, who is Swing Star Blue in this series. You can find me on social media at SpeakerJPG, and you can find all of my work through their link tree as well.
Until next time, you know what? Go to a pop-up shop. Go to a pop-up shop. Explore your local community. Try not to have vigilantes destroy your things. Don't trust jesters. Don't trust jesters.
Do not trust jesters ever.
Don't trust jesters from the stars. That's the lesson for the night's episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Forest Peaks, a henshin game for Crendimented actual plays. This episode was recorded in Riverside.fm and edited in Audacity, with music and sound effects from Epidemic Sound. This podcast is produced, edited, and emceed by Caleb Wade. Our second season performers are Dare Hickman, Jazz Brown, Max, JPG, Emily Berry, and Crow of Blank Slate. Special thanks to Fen Achini for providing the voice of Colton. Links to where you can find everyone will be in the description below. If you'd like to follow the podcast, feel free to follow us on Twitter at creme_demented. If you enjoyed this podcast and would like to support us, please consider rating, reviewing, and subscribing on your podcatcher of choice. We will be back in 2 weeks, so practice your transformation sequence, and we hope to see you for the next episode.